Friend's sister disrespected me, so I insulted her, and sister got mad and is forcing me to apologize. Background: my 33F friend Beth, 34F, has an older sister Jill, 38F, who has hated me since we first met. She always called me a weirdo freak, and said I deserved the bullying I got at school because I was such a dork. I stopped visiting Beth's house because of Jill, and didn't see her again until Beth's 18th birthday, where she told people that I was harassing her boyfriend. I'd literally said hello to him and that was it, because I was too ugly and weird to attract my own guy. Thankfully, she moved away not long after, and I was just glad to be rid of her. Now, Beth and I arranged a dinner reservation with the other three in our group: Liz, 33F, Kelly, 34F, and Megan, 34F. This was our first real chance to see each other in over 2 years, due to a number of reasons, and we were all looking forward for a chance to catch up. Beth offered to drove me and Kelly with her to the restaurant, since neither of us can drive and I have chronic fatigue syndrome and several types of chronic pain, so traveling isn't easy for me. We caught a bus to Beth's flat together, but it was Jill who answered the door, which shocked us both. Beth hadn't told us Jill was visiting, and we'd have appreciated a heads up since neither of us have good history with Jill. Still, we were polite. Kelly said hello and complimented Jill's dress, and I said, "Hi Jill, nice to see you, how have you been?" Jill completely ignored Jelly and turned to me and said, "Better than you, clearly, still a pale freak aren't you?" I couldn't help it and snapped at her that, at least I'm not a bitter hag still clinging to grudges I started with a 12-year-old. Maybe it's time you grew up a bit. Jill immediately ran off screaming for Beth and said, she's not taking us anywhere until that cunt apologizes. Which confused me and Kelly because, why would she be taking us anywhere? That was when Beth came out and revealed her car was broken, so Jill was meant to be driving us, and I shouldn't have been cruel to her sister, and that's just Jill's humor. Kelly called bullshit and said, Jill is a bully, and she only surprised I hadn't snapped years ago and told me I'd better not apologize. I said I had no intention to. Beth said, "Well, you can make your own way to the restaurant then," and kicked us out. Kelly and I called Liz and Megan to update them and say we'd be running late since we now had to pay for a cab and they are split. Liz thought I should just apologize because Beth is siding with Jill and it would cut the tension, but Megan thought this was long overdue, and Jill had it coming, and Beth needs to accept her sister's actions, have consequences. In the end, I refused to apologize, and we got a taxi, only to find out Beth was refusing to join us over what I said to Jill. This was a week ago, and Beth is now refusing to speak to any of us other than Liz, who told her she said I was at fault, until I apologized to her sister. Am I the a-hole?